Hello, my name is Mike McMullen, CEO of Agilent Technologies.
I was fascinated in reading about your company. How do you ever describe the multifaceted things that you do at Agilent?
You know, what I always start those conversations are to talk about Agilent's mission. Agilent's a mission-driven company, and what we do is help our customers really impact the human condition, if you will, the quality of life. We provide instrumentation and chemistries to help our researchers, our quality control technicians, advance the quality of life.
Well, I read something that I love. You take and transform analytic data into scientific insight.
Yeah, it's just fascinating what happens here. And I don't claim to understand all the science, but we have great scientists on our team that understand it. But we're able to analyze samples, compounds, and be able to extract from that information meaningful scientific data that a trained scientist can interpret and understand whether or not a discovery has been made, whether or not a process is under control, whether the food that you're about ready to eat is safe to eat. So a lot of great applications for our technology.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. The work that your scientists and engineers do, how does that relate to our everyday lives?
You know, a lot of people may not have heard of our company, Agilent Technologies, but the applications will be quite familiar. So we're helping the world understand disease, treat disease, make the world a safer place, from the air you're breathing, the water that you want to drink, or the food you're going to eat. So we do the analysis to ensure that all those compounds that you're going to consume are safe, that your air you breathe is of the right quality. And as researchers look at ways to find new ways to treat disease through drug development, we're right there helping them with our tools.
So you're one of those working on personalized approach to cancer, that you can do the analysis to know what's going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're perhaps quite familiar with the revolution of personalized medicine. So, for example, the Agilent team worked very closely with Merck on their most recent drug, Keytruda, which has applications, as you may know, for the treatment of lung cancer. Our company came up with the diagnostic, with what's called the companion diagnostics, so that if your doctor would like to prescribe Keytruda to you, you first must get a test done by Agilent to ensure that it actually would work for you. Our team gets so motivated by these stories about how what we're doing really does make a difference in the world.
It does. You must feel very passionate about that work and scientific research in general, probably more now than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you really start to understand really how science is so entwined in our everyday life and things that we take for granted. And we always assume that life is going to get better. We're going to have answers to certain challenging problems. If you think about the whole area of healthcare, you know, I think we often take for granted that there's going to be advances in new pharmaceuticals and various types of medical treatments. That doesn't happen without science. It doesn't happen without investment.
I want to thank you personally for all the support you've shown in your CEO position for ARCS. And you must feel very strongly about ARCS. What was it that just impacted you?
Yeah, thank you very much for that. And when I learned more and more about the missions of ARCS, it was so inspiring to me, which is, why wouldn't you want to get behind an organization that really is trying to advance science? And, you know, you realize there's some hugely talented scientists out there who just need a little bit of financial help. And if we can be part of that, why not? I mean, the talent that we've run across ARCS is just simply amazing.
You've been a sponsor of the symposium 3 times.
Yeah.
How do you describe that experience in trying to encourage others to attend?
Yeah, so the first thing I would encourage people to do is just take a minute or two to find out what is ARCS all about, and then perhaps come to a symposium. It doesn't take a lot of time, and you just be blown away by what you're going to see there. So much talent, and as you go around to hear the different presentations, you're going to be amazed at the research that's underway and just what talent this organization sponsors.
What was it when you heard about the mission of ARCS and what they did? What was the real hook for you? What really was the key thing that they do?
The real hook for me was, you can make a difference here. When you think about how these young people are really trying to make the world a better place, they are driven, they're motivated, they're passionate about the research, and if we can be a part of that solution, wow, it's also feel good for the company sponsoring it as well. So it was a win-win. I think the students appreciate the support that companies like Agilent give them, And I know our organization is very proud that we are actually sponsoring this type of work as well.
Well,
Science is crucial to our future. This organization, 110% behind that. With just a little bit of engagement from you, you can make a huge difference. And not only will you make a difference to your community, but your employees will be very happy you're taking this step as well. Find out about it and get involved.